and I'm putting 36 volt into it. So let's see what happened when I turn this up. Now that's an AC bulb current, 40 watts, a refrigerator or stove bulb, and it's very simple. This is a one detecting AC current. As you see, and here is AC current. Alright, now this watt is actually intelligence voltage. We'll remove that, put that here. We'll use a twisty, which is a fluorescent twisty, which is actually electronic ballast, which is a small computer. We'll put that on. And there you go. But something interesting happened. It's no longer AC. It became DC square wave. This one won't pick it up. Alright? And it's full blowing. This thing only produced roughly about 30 watt, radian watt. 30 watt only. We'll change that. Now we'll put this new fancy dancy $40 bulb. It's an LED bulb. It produces about 1000 lumen plus, and it runs 120 volts, 60 cycle. Let's see if it turns up. That's 1001 lumens, as you can see. Lots of light. Works just fine. Let's change. Now, as we know, DC motor. This is a pancake DC motor, experiment motor from China. I managed to put my hand on one of those. It's a 60 volt DC motor with brushes. It's a 500 watt output, and to get 500 watt output, you got to put 2000 watt into it in DC volts. That's mean 20 amp. Now I'm going to use a slight step up transformer. Oh, actually no, I'm not. I'm going to go directly. This is a part I took from an old burnt out battery charger for wheelchair, 24 volt battery charger. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hook it up, one lead to one of the diodes called leaky diodes, the other lead to one of the wire for the motor, and another lead from any place of that piece of aluminum where the diode is leaking on and to the other prong of the motor. Let's see if we that turned that. Now, here's the motor, DC motor. Now, let's remove that diode and let's hook it up straight. AC power. Back again to here. And here. As you can see now, I'm just straight to my tiny loop modulator, because that's not a generator, by the way. It doesn't produce any, it's no friction, no brush. It does not produce. What's happening is I'm making a current manifest itself. It's natural energy, pure electrons. Now let's see if that will turn directly. AC do not turn DC motor. That's all it does. Very interesting. But watch this thing here. When I'm just slowly turning, not turning, but just moving that back and forth, the energy goes there and tell the stator where to put, for what direction it will go. Now I'm not creating any electricity here, but it still go and tell the stator what position to go for the direction it's going to turn. New technology. Now everybody says, how much can you make? I will bring Sparky. I like Sparky. I've been zapped with 400,000 volts so many times, I feel like I'm going to light up like a bulb sometime. This is a simple little step-up transformer. Which I'm just going to hook up to this unit here. And I'm going to hook up that to this transformer. So I'm double stepping. One more. There's lots of connection here, so you have to be patient with me a little bit. Okay. Now, my field at 400,000 volts. That's how distance I can make this thing turn. Now, if you would hit like that, you would go through the wall. I almost got thrown through the wall. It won't kill you, but it sure will wake you up. So now I'm putting 400,000 volts. What can I do with that? Oh yeah. What can I do with that? I'm going to use this. Sorry, I step out the. This is a burned out UV for a little fish tank, UV tube. I ground it directly to the plug and I burn the little element inside. And by the way, there's no gas in those tubes. It's alive. It's a sample vacuum. The deadly stuff inside is the coating of the glass, is the powder, and that's what kills you if you breathe it. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to let 400,000 volts going through my body with one hand. I'm going to put that down there. I'm going to let the current go through. It bites, it's a snake. I'm going to let the current go through me to natural electrons, and I'm not going to touch the other end of it, just the glass, and I'm going to introduce that, and it makes the light bulb turn on. Now if the window was closed, you could see this thing light up like crazy. Up quite well, right? Now those are burned light bulb, by the way.
That's a burned light bulb.
Yeah, they're burnt. They don't work no more. They're garbage. They go to the landfill. Now, just with this one, I'm going to bring a brand new one I bought and I burn it differently. You can see the mark where it's burnt.
Oh yeah.
If you hook it up to normal ballast, it won't work. Now let's see how much can I make this work.
That's going to step-up transformer?
Yeah, just one little step-up transformer. Now I'm just going to hook it up to one groove, one loop pin, and one loop pin here. Normal won't work. Right? The law of physics in Newton, that should not work. Nothing wrong with this fluorescent bulb, as you can tell. Works just fine. We've been lied to. The light comes as high as the top of your province or country. If the scientists out there do not know what I'm doing, then we have a problem. You should be being removed from being scientists, especially when it comes to electricity. And not only that, if you run static currents on your electronics and your lighting system, your light bulb will last hundreds of years. They will never burn. Your electronic, unless it's a moving part to wear out, it will never burn. It will last forever. Now, you want to see some real technology? Would cost millions of dollars for a company to come up with. First thing, we're going to take a reading of voltage. What I'm really putting out of this little thing. A 132.3 volt AC, as you can see. Now let's see, with about 5 seconds of intelligence, how can I boost this engine to make it more efficient? I want you to listen to it. Now remember, 130 volt output. Okay? Now we had 138 volt output. Now I got 154 volt output, 155 volt output. I just put nitro in this motor, in this DC magnet motor. Okay, here we go, 5 seconds of technology. How much that cost? Nothing, except 10 months of my life. Now what we're going to do with that here, we all know that's really hot. It will come up to normal temperature. Now we're going to do something, new technology. I don't know, maybe it's from alien technology. I don't know. My wife always told me I was part alien. And sometimes I'm starting to believing her. Step up again. And we'll light up the rail color, full blast, this burnt fluorescent tube instantly. There you go.
That's great.
This bulb is burnt. Doesn't work anymore. Apparently, good for the garbage. And it will last forever. Now, let's go to a way higher technology. Those are cobalt magnet. 1 ounce each of solid cobalt magnet.
Put them in your palm, Gerard? Okay.
Alright? Now it takes about a minute. Now that's all the instrument I use to do research. A wand for AC currents, a professional amp and voltmeter, an ohm, which I never use the ohm anyway, and a laser thermometer, because I like to get the temperature. Temperature tells you a lot of things about anything, right? Now the temperature, I will convert that to Fahrenheit. Okay, now we're taking the temperature of the table is 64 degrees Fahrenheit, which everything is 65. It's the temperature of the room, so everything is room temperature. Now while the temperature rising slowly into the magnet, it takes about 2 minutes. And those magnets, well, give them a chance and those magnets will get hot. It takes 2 minutes, 2 ounces of solid magnets. Ooh, another shock.
That was a shock or a heat?
Now a shock. Now the magnets start to react.
Zero temperature?
67, 69, 68, 69. Sometimes the magnet, they have their little bit of starter. We'll give it a minute and see how much temperature we bring into it.
Explain, maybe these are new batteries here. What are,
Those batteries are just regular, that's my tools battery for my impact and my drill. They're 18 volts DC.
18 volts.
DC at 1.1 amp per hour. Okay, we're up to 71 degrees. Slowly going up. They're stubborn today for some reason. Last night I had a 260 degrees.
It's going up.
It's going up slowly. Now I'm heating up cobalt magnet just by an oscillation with high voltage. Now those magnets normally they heat up to 265, 270 degrees. I didn't want to heat it up more than I want because I don't know exactly what is going to happen if I pass the 300 degrees. It's cobalt, and I don't know the element of that cobalt, particular cobalt. But I like to see anybody try to heat up 2 ounces of solid magnets, even changing 1 degree of difference with putting 2 little wires sticking to it. This is just a switch on and off to speed. Now at 84, 88 degrees.
It's going up. No doubt about that. Now why should this be going up?
It should not go up.
It should not be.
It's nothing in the scientific field would say you can heat up 2 ounces of solid mass with high voltage. Not that I know. And this is technology. Like this here is technology that can be pushed with a couple of nerds in a lab. Can be pushed so far up. Oscillating battery. I'm sure someone have used for oscillating DC power, battery power. Bulb will last forever. Electronic will last forever. And I'm not making any electricity. I'm making it's called electromagnetic currents. And it creates a radiant watt. Like Tesla used to say, radiant watt will not kill you. It's a friendly, natural energy around you. All I'm making here is I'm making a manifest. Let's see how far we are here. 142 degrees, 130 degrees, 148.
Pretty hot.
It's getting hot there. At 158 degrees, water boil if you don't know your temperature. Okay? Now the big magic, everybody's going to ask him, what is God in this little magic box? Must be Houdini or Chris, whatever his name, Lighty or something.
Angel.
Yeah, Chris Angel. What is Chris Angel? Is not here. I'm sorry, but this here is really simple. You know, those things will go to 200 degrees. So there's no sense running any longer than that. Try to pick up this magnet. Touch it.
Oh yeah. No.
Yeah, they're hot. You can't pick them up. Okay? Now, here's some technology I came up in 10 months with my own money. If there's anybody out there who have some bulb, there's no sense patenting all that. This technology have to go to everybody around the world. That will disconnect you, your own energy system. Everybody can have their own energy. They don't have to buy energy. They can produce their own energy. Now everybody wants to know what's in that box. Where did I put this tiny little thing? Sorry for my mess, that's my lab. Here's my fuel cell. A single phase magnet. And it's not even a good magnet, it's a ceramic magnet, ferrite magnet. Now if this magnet was 10 times stronger than that, this little power unit here would power all my light in my house, including my sound, surrounded sound, my DVD player, my radio, my TV, whatever you feel like it.
All with that.
All with this tiny little thing. Now, if you give me a couple of nerds and a few dollars, we can eliminate all that. I can power your car. I have designed, because an electric motor is the most inefficient motor we have. Tesla didn't build an efficient motor because he had lots of power behind him, because he was trying to power the world. I'm not trying to power the world. I'm trying to power one house at a time by itself and get it off the grid. Power one car at a time, no battery recharging. You know Tesla car? Well, Tesla car, you know what I call them? A battery-operated dildo. When the battery are dead, you got to finish it by hand, because you have no way to come back home when your battery are dead. Why having a battery operated when you can make your own power with an alternative current and have an alternative current motor, which is 10 times better than a DC motor to run your car? There again, new technology. Airplane, boat, motorcycle, you name it. I can power everything with a single magnet, because the magic word is called oscillation of an electromagnetic field. Actually, not an electromagnetic field, because that's wrong. Electrode, that means I have to induce a piece of steel to make a magnet. It's just a magnet, a magnet field, north and south, spinning at a high rate will create the oscillation. So if there's anybody out there who argue what I'm doing, I like to tell for anybody to come in and prove me wrong. Because if he can make light up, burn fluorescent, who goes into the garbage and highly polluted our world because of that, not the gas, because there's no gas in it, it's a vacuum. The coating is the poison inside, but if you don't have to change it all the time, unless you break it, you will never have to change it. So here's the go. If anybody have a chance, if they need more information, they can contact, and they can come straight to me, and I can redo this test over and over and over and over again. So folks, there it is.